Okay, what the Super Smash Bros. The platform fighter known for being one of the biggest crossovers in all of gaming. What separates this game from the other huge crossovers like Fortnite is that unlike those games, each and every one of these characters is full of love and references from their original titles, making every single fighter seem like they came straight from their source material. The references are so deep and so integrated into the character design that entire YouTube channels are dedicated to analyzing this wonderful combination of video game icons. And while the Super Smash Bros. Team is huge, full of amazing people working very hard to make every pixel as perfect as possible, there is one special man created with being the mastermind behind this gigantic masterpiece of a series. And that man is no other than Masahiro Sakurai. He is the Smash guy. Every stage of development is directed by him. From the mechanics, to the music, to the aesthetics, to the story, to the marketing, to the legal bullshit. This man will not rest until everything is done in his vision. Sakurai has been so dedicated to this franchise that he will put himself in extreme physical and mental danger just so his creations can see the light of day. I mean, when Nintendo titles their Smash presentation as Mr. Sakurai Presents, you know he's an icon. You get lucky if your name appears in a direct. This man gets a whole show! But did you know, and this is going to be a huge reveal, that Masahiro Sakurai is also the creator of one of the biggest gaming franchises that influences Smash to its very core? That's right, I'm talking about Meteos, baby! Oh yeah, and Kirby or whatever. It's a pretty well known fact that the creator of the Super Smash series is also the same as the Kirby series, and it's also pretty well known that Smash is heavily inspired and based on Kirby Superstar. Moves that are done by holding a direction before pressing the attack button. This big mechanical change is then carried over to Smash 64 for, well, the Nintendo 64, which then got multiple sequels, each bigger than the last. Kirby, on the other hand, got diagnosed with what the kids call fatherless behavior. After Superstar, Sakurai only worked on Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland, Kirby Air Ride, and Kirby the Amazing Mirror. After that, he left HAL. There are rumors that he left HAL because he didn't want to make more sequels, but this is completely fake. He just didn't like the state of the game industry and went freelance to have more freedom in the people and the price he could make. Then again, he went straight to making 3 Smash games, but mission complete. Any case, because of this disconnect with HAL and by extension Kirby, he has been accused of hating newer Kirby games and of misrepresenting the Kirby series in the newer Smash games, only focusing in his works with the franchise, ignoring the works from other Kirby directors like Shinya Kumasaki, the current main director, starting all the way from Superstar Ultra. Of course, just like everything in the world, things are not just black and white, but it's surprising the amount of Kirby fans that take those statements as facts. Even I had for a long time. So that's what we are doing today. We will look at the representation of Kirby in the Super Smash Bros. Series. More specifically, the newest title Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, from movesets to stages to music to everything in between. And by doing so, we will answer the big question: is Kirby misrepresented in Smash? But before that, this video took a long time to make, and I would really appreciate if you guys left a like in the video and smash that subscribe button. Haha, get it? Smash? Okay, yeah, we'll leave. We will first look at the character roster. From the Kirby series, we have Kirby, first introduced in the first Smash game, Meta Knight, introduced in Brawl, King Dedede, also introduced in the same game, and... oh, that's it. Only 3 characters. Kirby is currently sitting at the number 9 spot as the best-selling Nintendo franchise, and that's not counting the Forgotten Land, which is doing amazing and will possibly move Kirby to number 8, occupied by Game & Watch. So then why does Kirby only have 3 characters, out of them being from the first 2 games? The series is full of amazing characters like Marx, Magolor, Adeline, Gooey, Sussy, the Roach, and the best candidate by far and the one everyone expected as a guaranteed, Bandana Waddle-Dee. Oh, but we really need to add blue hair guy number 7. If you want to add another Fire Emblem, at least pick someone unique. Bandana D has become a staple of the Kirby series and is the perfect representation of modern Kirby, taking something from old Kirby and making it unique. And with how close the Kirby and Smash series is, the moveset is already there. Is he Sora level so hype? No, but I think Kirby deserves one more character. He's basically the main character with Mario, but we'll get to that. Let's start talking about the what if and more the what is, starting with the main boy himself. Beginning with the normals, we have the jab being a reference to Fighter's Vulcan jab ending into smash punch, up tilt, side tilt and down tilt. Don't reference anything. Come on, you had the slide right there. Even Cloud has a slide! Whatever. Dash attack is a reference to burning or fireball, which was later changed to be a JoJo reference in Brawl and Smash 4, just to get changed again in Ultimate to the same burning attack from Melee. Every aerial is made up. I've seen some people say that forward air is a reference to double kick from Fighter, but I just don't see it. Up smash and down smash are made up, but forward smash is a reference to spin kick, again from Fighter. At least the grabs are more interesting. Forward, back, and down throws are rock drop, big suplex, and fury stomp, respectively, all from suplex. Up throw in the other hand is a reference to Ninja's airdrop. And finally, moving to the specials, we have neutral B, inhale, being an obvious reference to how inhale works in Kirby. You suck up an enemy and get their powers and a cute hat. It's not exactly how it's done in Kirby, but it's a cool addition. You can even throw the opponent in a star. Down B is stone from, well, stone, even coming with references from the Kirby series and beyond. For side B, we have hammer flip. In Melee and Brawl, it was very similar to the Source game, a single strong but slow hit, strangely without the fire effects from the original. In Melee, doing this move in the air will make Kirby do a ultra giant swing. In Brawl, the aerial version got changed to 2 normal hits. In Smash 4 and Ultimate, it was changed so you can hold the button down to charge it and move around. It even includes the fire effects if you wait long enough. This change later became the standard how hammer flip works in the Kirby series, starting with Star Allies. Even though that change ruined the ability for me, but whatever. And finally for Up B we have, wait, what move is that again? Oh, it's Final Cutter. Makes sense. Wait, no it doesn't! That's not how Final Cutter works or how it's supposed to work! Final Cutter in the Kirby series is a close range combo attack from Cutter. The part that Smash takes is the finisher which goes up and down, shooting a beam through the ground. This finisher is used as the recovery in Smash, which 1. You have better options like high jump, rising break, and ultra jet jump. 2. Kirby is supposed to be the beginner character of Smash. Having him have a recovery that goes down is not the best design choice. And 3. That's not how Final Cutter works! At least add a hitbox at the beginning of the move to be a little bit more accurate. At least the final Smash is pretty good. In Brawl it was the cooking ability, but in Smash 4 and Ultimate is the Ultra Sword from Return to Dreamland. In Ultimate it even changed the background to one similar to the source material. A perfect final Smash and one of the few things that are exclusive from a Kumasaki game. Oh, that? It's just a counter how many times something is references exclusively from a non-Sakurai game. A little spoiler, but it won't appear much, so I wouldn't mind it. For the small details worth noting is his entrance being a reference to how Warp Star are used in the Kirby series, and his victory animations and one of his stunts being a reference to the famous Kirby dance, done in almost every Kirby game. It even comes with 2 other Kirbys in Ultimate. Overall, an okay moveset. Kirby is in a weird spot where he is used as the main fighter everyone else is based on, and for that you need a basic moveset that newcomers can understand in seconds, and Kirby for the most part does this very well. Would I give Kirby a crazy creative moveset using a ton of abilities? Yes, but the Kirby we have now is a perfect character for the role it represents. Okay, who is next? Meta Knight? I have a bad feeling about this. Weird that officially Meta Knight comes before Dedede, but he was the first character announced for Brawl, so I guess it makes sense. Still doesn't make it less weird. Meta Knight is the most divisive fighter out of the 3. Meta Knight has heavily changed during the years, and most fans think that Smash is failing this character progression and choosing instead to go with the Meta Knight we see in Adventure and Superstar. We will get to Subspace later to answer that question, but for now, let's look at the moveset. A little reminder though that Brawl came in 2008 right before Superstar Ultra, which gave a huge spotlight to Meta Knight, meaning that some omissions that are obvious to us were not possible back in the day. With that said, we have the normals. Jab, down tilt, side tilt, and dash attack are Smash original. Up tilt on the other hand can be a reference to this move in Meta Nightmare. For aerials, forward, back, and down aerial are original, while upper can be this move from Adventure. A neutraler can be the sword spin that both Sword and Meta Knight use. Every Smash attack is a Smash original. For grabs, forward and back throws are original to Smash. but up and down throws are taken from Kirby, and we finally have the specials. For neutral B we get the Max Tornado, working very similar to the Tornado ability. For side B we get Drill Rush, being a reference to the master ability in Amazing Mirror. For down B, you have the Dimensional Cape, being a loose reference to how Meta Knight enters and exits his battle, also being a reference to his entrance animation, one of his taunts, and one of his victory animations. In this version, it has an actual attack if you hold the button. Finally, we have Up B, the infamous Shadow Loop, a striking spin that in Brawl leads straight to okay, that's f***ing bullshit. Referencing the Shadow Loop from Wing Kirby with some inspiration from his own glide move in Superstar. This move then became part of Meta Knight's moveset in the Kirby series, starting from Return to Dreamland, just for it to be changed in Smash 4, so it doesn't reference anything. At least the name is the same. At least Meta Knight's fan smash is Galaxia Darkness, which was a Smash original first, but it was also made part of the games in Planet Robot. Meta Knight returned as a special move, just for it to be changed again in Ultimate to Eternal Darkness. It's like they're intentionally changing the moves that are now Kumasaki games, which is not giving the greatest impression. Although on the other hand, they did give Meta Knight two amazing nods resembling Galacta Knight and Dark Meta Knight. Overall, Meta Knight feels like such a missed opportunity. While I like the integration of other key abilities like Wing, Tornado and Master, I feel the basic sword attacks could have been handled way better. Why not give Meta Knight moves like the multi-sword attack or the down thrust or stab? I feel like someone saw Meta Knight design and made a moveset out of it, which is weird because the one that designed his moveset is the same person that created him in the first place. Didn't stop him from being broken. Well, two underwhelming characters and one to go. The odds are not looking good, but let's try to be positive. Next up is Your Royal Highness, the king of the show. It's... The third and final Kirby character is King Dedede. He was supposed to appear in Smash 4 and Melee, but he was cut. He finally got his chance in Brawl, but just like Meta Knight, this game would come before Superstar Ultra, sealing Dedede's moveset for the worst. But let's look at such moveset. Jab, side tilt, up tilt, down tilt, up smash, neutral air, forward air, both downers, all three backers, up throw, down throw, forward throw and back throw. All of those moves are Smash originals. The only moves that have references are dash attack being a reference to the classic belly flop, the forward smash being a reference to his classic hammer attack, the down smash maybe being a reference to hammer swing, and the specials. Wow! Maybe the specials are good. Neutral B is Inhale, another classic move Dedede uses in his boss fight. Even got an upgrade in Ultimate which can deflect projectiles. We'll stop there. Up B is Super Dedede Jump, yet another classic move. Then for side B we have the Waddle Dee Army, having Dedede throw his minions at his opponents. It isn't a direct reference to anything, but it's fun to see the boys in action. Sadly it got changed to just a Gordon throw. It is a way better attack than the old side B, but it loses the personality and it's even less of a reference. Not a fan. And for down B, Jet Hammer. Huh. Friendly reminder that it was made before Superstar Ultra. So what the f is this? A big mechanical jet boosted hammer. Okay, let's just go with that. It does look cool. But then this little game called Kirby Superstar Ultra and whoa, would you look at that? This new game has a mass Dedede boss fight where Dedede uses a big mechanical hammer. What an interesting coincidence. But surely now that we have an actual big mechanical hammer coming from the original series, we can change the down B to look like the mass Dedede hammer. There, easy fix that doesn't need to change the move and it can work as a fun reference to the Kirby games. You already know what they did. Nothing! They didn't change it! It was right there! Oh my god. Dedede has had 3 final smashes in total. In Brawl, he had the Big Gay Dance! Then for Smash 4 we have Dedede Burst, famous for being the absolute worst final smash in the game. And again, completely original. Then for Ultimate we have this. Perfect. I won't make me forgive the down B situation. I'm still mad. Dedede in Smash is a bit more complicated than the other two. In one hand, he is the worst represented in terms of moveset, even with all the boss fights and with the hammer ability being one of the most popular abilities in the series. Dedede just uses his hammer in the most boring ways. But at the same time, Dedede is one of the most expressive characters in a game full of expressive characters, for the most part. But this expression isn't a reflection of the games. Before Brawl, Dedede wasn't the goofy big guy that he's portraying now. It might come as a surprise to some, but aside from a funny reaction here and there, Dedede was just this tough guy with a heart of gold. It wasn't until the anime that Dedede got this complete personality change, and while Smash still keeps some of that tough heavyweight energy, he is much goofier, a trait that is also part of the main canon now, but to a lesser extent. I think before that why people love this Dedede despite how different he is to the source material. And also he is the best model we had for the past 20 years instead of where the hell smokes every week. With the 3 big boys out of the way, we can start looking at the other aspects that represent the series, like stages. In Smash 64, we had only one Kirby stage, Dreamland, a simple tri-platform stage with Wispy Woods as the cameo, that occasionally blows in either direction. You can also see some other characters like
Bronto Burt
and Dedede in the background. And fun fact, if you play a Dedede on this stage, the Dedede from the background will not appear, because having 2 Dededes is impossible. Well, never mind. Another fun fact is that this stage is also known for being the only stage using competitive play. Jesus, that sounds bad. The stage will later appear in Melee, Smash 4 DLC, and Ultimate. Moving to Melee, we have 2 stages. The first one is Green Greens, a very similar stage to Dreamland with some key differences. For one, we have 3 floating islands, with the middle one being the biggest, containing 2 platforms and the returning Wispy Woods, this time launching apples in a very similar manner to Kirby 64. The main gimmick of this stage are the falling blocks between the islands, containing normal blocks and bomb blocks. This is a direct reference to some rooms in Superstar that has the same falling blocks. This stage will later appear in Brawl and Ultimate. The other new stage is Fountain of Dreams, very similar to Dreamland but with moving platforms and a beautiful look, based on the Fountain of Dreams from Kirby's Adventure and Superstar. Fountain of Dreams is also used on competitive Smash. This stage would only reappear in Smash Ultimate looking stunning. So beautiful in fact that it can lag the game. Moving to Brawl, and with the introduction of Medan, we got Halberd from Kirby's Superstar. The appearance of the ship is a little different from its original version, and this design would later become the standard for how Halberd looks in both Kirby and Smash. This was the second stage shown on the Brawl reveal trailer, and the only one aside from Battlefield. And hey, you can even see Kirby doing his all side B. This stage is way more creative than the other Kirby stages, taking you high into the air while watching the halberd in the background, even landing on it from time to time, where you meet Combo Cannon, where he attacks you with his big mechanical hand, cannonballs, and a giant laser cannon. The halberd ship itself also plays a massive role in Subspace Emissary, even having some levels for its own. It was also used in competitive Smash, but let's say someone ruined that. Overall, a great stage. Moving to Smash 4, we have 2 stages, one for the Wii U and one for the 3DS. Starting with the 3DS stage, Dreamland GV. This one is so cool. This stage takes place on a Game Boy, and you go to different places from Kirby's Dreamland. You have the indoor and warp star place from the Green Greens, the interior and exterior of Castle Lolo, the boat from Float Islands, the clouds at the beginning of Bubbly Clouds, and the lobby and ring from Mount Dedede. I don't usually like moving stages, and being honest, I hate playing this stage, but I got to imagine how cool this is. And in Smash 4 3DS, if you hold the L button, the stage turns to black and white. I don't know why this was not in Ultimate, but it's a cool secret for a cool stage, so I take it, even if it is a tier stage based on Green Greens. Oh well, at least the next stage is original. What was it again? The Great Cave of S. Oh my god, this stage! I almost forgot this stage existed. Not only is this yet another stage based on Superstar, but it's also absolutely dog shit. This was made with 8-player Smash in mind, but even there is too big and too cluttered. You either die in 2 hits or you take a million years to get a single hit because the stage is the size of a fucking country full of random bullshit. Having to record footage for this video made me realize just how unfun this stage is. It's like they hire a full lab of scientists to make the worst stage possible. It does look good though. And that's the end for stages. Sadly, Ultimate didn't add many stages, and the ones they did add are for the different fighter packs. Maybe if we got a certain character DLC, we would get a new stage, but for now we can just imagine. Which is a shame, because despite how cool all these stages look, I feel another big missed opportunity. The Kirby series is full of unique and fun stages, but you choose to use the typical grassland 3 times? 4 times if you include the grass parts of the Great K Offensive, and if you want examples of all the Kirby stages they could add, here. But hey, maybe there are other areas where Kirby is better represented, like the items! In Smash 64 we have the Maximum Tomato healing 100% of damage and the Star Road, working as a sword type weapon that also shoots stars. These 2 items would appear in every later Smash game, but with the Maximum Tomato healing only 50% from melee onwards. And speaking of melee, that game introduced the Warp Star, taking you high into the sky for them to crash to the ground, and the Parasol, also working like a sword, but with the gimmick that will open in the air, letting you float down in a very similar way to how Parasol works in the Kirby games. Warp Star will later appear in every Smash game, but Parasol would never return. For Brawl we have the Super Spicy Curry from Kirby's Dreamland, making your character super fast and continuously shooting fireballs. And the Dragoon from Kirby Air Ride, working similar to how you get the Dragoon in the original game. There are 3 pieces that you need to collect, and by only having the 3 pieces at the same time can you use it, being an insta-kill for everyone that gets hit by it. Both items will later appear in the next 2 Smash games. Smash 4 is the only game that didn't introduce a new Kirby item, but at least Ultimate added Bomber, an explosive item that you can hold on for a short time for a massive explosion. And that's all the Kirby items, if you don't count assist trophies. Speaking of which, in Brawl, the only Kirby assist trophy is Knuckle Joe, doing some punches and kicks, very similar to how Fighter Kirby does in the games. In Smash 4, we got Nightmare that turns the lights off for a minute, and in Ultimate with my boy Kawasaki! Anyways, despite Kirby having a ton of items, they are a little boring, and yet again, not a single one of them originates from a non-Sakurai game. And while Nakajo and Kawasaki are fun, Nightmare is not. Oh well, maybe the gameplay side of things is not Kirby's strong suit. Maybe we can look at different stuff like the trophies. Trophies are the main collectible of the Smash games from Melee onwards, being a place where you can look at 3D models, or PNG if you're talking about stickers in Brawl and spirits in Ultimate, from a wide variety of franchises, giving a chance to include references from different Nintendo and non-Nintendo things. The Kirby series is not an exception, but since there are so many Kirby trophies and this video is already looking pretty long, I will try to get through this as fast as possible, only stopping when I think it's necessary. Okay, let's go! In Melee we have 22 different trophies, which are Kirby, that's a name you should know, Maximum Tomato, Warp Star, Star Road, Kirby Hat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Wispy Woods, Fountain of Dreams, Fire Kirby, Fighter Kirby, Ball Kirby, Waddle Dee, King Dedede, Rick, Hui, and Meta Knight Extra EU. Not too many, and some of these trophies look awful, but it's a nice start, even including some non-Sakurai characters. Good. In Brawl we have 42 trophies and 34 stickers. Starting with the trophies, we have Kirby, Cook Kirby, Meta Knight, Galaxia Darkness, King Dedede, Waddle Dee Army, Maximum Tornado, Dragoon, Warp Star, Super Spicy Curry, Star Road, Knuckle Joe, Beam Kirby, Needle Kirby, Sword Kirby, Sleep Kirby, Wing Kirby, Fighter Kirby, Fire Kirby, Ice Kirby, Plasma Kirby, Tornado Kirby, Waddle Dee, Waddle Doo, Gordo, Dynablade, Blade Knight, Bunkers, Bronto Burt, Cappy, Golem, Racco, Scarfish, Sir Kibble, Walkie, My Son, Hydra, Bomber, Bugsy, Combo Cannon, Halberd, and Apples. 42 trophies and only one of them is from a non-Sakurai game. At least some trophies use assets from that cancelled Kirby GC endgame like the Golem and Fire Kirby, so that's cool. At least the stickers do a little better, even though they are simple PNGs, which are Kirby from Air Ride, King Dedede, Wispy Woods, Dynablade, Chef Kawasaki, and Cook Kirby from Superstar, Waddle Dee, Needle Kirby, Droof, Bronto Burt, Acro, and King Dedede and Kirby from Kirby 64, Cell Phone, Big Switch, Swimming Kirby, and Cupid Kirby from Amazing Mirror, Waddle Dee Ball and Meta Knight Ball from Canvas Curse, and Bunkers, King Dedede, Gordo, Boxy, Meta Knight, Roach, Hothead, Box Bomber, Invincibility Candy, Squeaker, Perara, Starman, Treasure Chest, Maxim Tomato, and a Blipper from Squid Squad. Woo boy! They may only be simple PNGs, but I take what I can get. In Smash 4 we don't get stickers, but we do have 2 different versions with some different trophies, which make editing this video a for the trophies that are in both versions we got Kirby, Kirby Alt, Meta Knight, Meta Knight Alt, King Dedede, King Dedede Alt, Dragoon, Maxim Tomato, Warp Stars, Super Spicy Curry, Star Road, Nightmare, Knuckle Joe, and Tag. For the 3DS exclusive we have
Bronto Bert,
Chotso, Gordo, Waddle Doo, Parasol Waddle Dee, Bunkers, Plasma Wave, Bomber, My Son, Bugsy, Plasma Kirby, Combo Cannon, and Halberd, even though those last 2 only appear in the Wii U version. And then for the Wii U exclusives we have Ultra Sword, Galaxia Darkness, Dedede Burst, Cappy, Poppy Ross Jr., Wispy Woods, Apples, Broom Hatter, Scarfy, Silk Cable, Sword Kirby, Pink Kirby, Fire Kirby, Ice Kirby, Needle Kirby, Tornado Kirby, My Kirby, Sleep Kirby, Blade Knight, Starman, Wacky, Bomb Kirby, Fighter Kirby, Wing Kirby, Ninja Kirby using his Return to Dreamland design, Galactonite, Magolor, and the Lost Star Cutter. For such a huge selection of trophies, I would have given the series more than just 5 non-Sakurai trophies, but at least we have some nice looking trophies of Galactonite and Magolor, so I'm happy. As for Ultimate, we have sprees which work very similar to stickers from a gameplay level, and from a wow these are just PNGs level. Oh well, at least that way they got a lot of non-Sakurai representation. Speaking of which, here are all 58 Kirby spirits. Jesus Christ, please save me. And no, I'm not looking at every single fight. Also worth noting is that unlike with Brawl, I will not be counting where the image comes from, since Smash Ultimate does not tell you the origin, unlike with Brawl, where it does tell you. Okay, let's go. Kirby, Meta Knight, King Dedede, Warp Star, Star Road, Ultra Sword, Robot Armor, Halberd with a render made specifically for this game for no reason, Dragoon, Rick, Kine, Ku, Gooey, Nago, Peach, Chuchu, Wispy Woods, Krakow, Nightmare Orb, Nightmare Wizard, Dark Matter, Grill, Holy shit I remember her, Lina Blade, Heavy Lobster, Marks but again, Molly, Dark Mind, Dark Roach, Mass Dedede, Galactonite, which is the strongest spirit not counting the final boss, that's a cool detail, Magolor, Landia, Winsectonia, Sussy, not that Sussy, this Sussy, the 3 Mage Sisters, Waddle Dee, Bandana Waddle Dee, Waddle Doo,
Bronto Bert,
Poppy Ross Jr., Gordo, Scarfy, Angry Scarfy, Rocky, My Son, Bomber, Bugsy, Bunkers, Mr. Frosty, Meta Knight, Mr. Shanna, Mr. Right, Plasma Whiz, Tag, Chef Kawasaki, Nago Joe, Prince Fluff, which is marked as a Kirby epic yarn character instead of the usual Kirby series, discrimination against yarn, you hate to see it, and L-Line. Same thought with the stickers, these are just simple PNGs, so it was way easier to add more references, but I still take the little we get. And let's see, there has to be something more, the music! The only non-Sakurai tracks are the following: Planet Popstar from Kirby 64, a 02 Brawl remix, a Forest Nature Area Smash 4 remix from Amazing Mirror, a Squid Squad Brawl remix from Squid Squad, The Venture Begins, Through the Forest, Sky Tower, Dangerous Dinner and Crown all from Return to Dreamland, Lot of Fields, Fatal Blooms in the Moonlight, and The World to Win all from Triple Locks. Venturing into the mechanics, I just can't say that word, and Big Ball activated balls from Planet Robot. Then Kirby Battle Royale main team, I wonder from what game that comes from, and finally a Battle of Friends and Bonds from Kirby Star Allies. Honestly, a pretty bad selection of songs. Kirby Star Allies, the newest game in the series, has the same amount of songs as Kirby Battle Royale and Dedede Drum Dash Deluxe. And Planet Robot has the 2 most basic songs in an amazing soundtrack. And while Return to Dreamland and Triple Deluxe got mod love, we still have the basic level 1 songs, and nothing against those songs, but this soundtrack is so full of banger after banger after banger, and yet they decided to push these songs. Oh, and also no new Ultimate remixes. Or at least no modern Kirby remixes, because we really need a new City Troll and Staff Grace remix, and while those remixes are amazing, don't you think it's a little strange that those are the only 2 new remixes? Just saying. Okay, that has to be right, no more. Well, they are the Mii Fighter costumes, and there are only 2 hats. A Meta Knight mask and a Max hat. Because it's not like Kirby is a series known for his hats or anything like that. Okay, there is one more huge thing that we need to talk about. Smash Run enemies. Bunkers,
Bronto Bert!
Gordo, Parasol Waddle-Dee, Plasma Whiz, Chutso, Zack, Waddle-Dee, Waddle-Doo. Only enemies from Sakurai games. Well, that was useless. Okay, for real this time. Finally, let's look at Kirby in the different story modes, including Subspace Emissary. Smash 64 didn't have anything special about the single player mode. In stage 7 you fight the Kirby team in Dreamland consisting of 8 Kirbys with different hats from the other fighters. What Smash 64 did have was an opening scene, and what matters to us is a little bit at the end. Seeing Mario face against Kirby in that final shot cemented the 2 characters as the main characters of the franchise. Not Link, not Pikachu, not Samus, Mario and Kirby are the stars of the show. Unless you are Melee or Smash 4. Yeah, my boy got done dirty in these games. In Melee's adventure mode, you fight a Kirby in Greens, then you once again fight the Kirby team, and then you fight a big boy. Smash 4 has no mandatory fights in their single player mode, so no Kirby love there. And for both games' opening scene, Kirby is one of the characters that most appears, but not in a big way. Moving on to Ultimate Sword Light, Kirby is the only surviving character from Galim's attack, and the first character you get to play at the beginning, making him, by all the means, the GOAT! And also in the top right of the first map, you can go to T-Star to play a version of Gourmet Race when you choose a path to get the most amount of food to unlock rewards like King Dedede. And one of the bosses is none other than Marix, working very similar to how he does in Superstar with some wacky new moves. Both of these things were really cool the first time you see it, but after doing research for this video, yeah, this is another case of Sakurai being biased, but at least it's in a cool way. And that's it, no more, like and subscribe, bye! Fine, now let's talk about Subspace. The Subspace Emissary is the story mode of Brawl. As I have already mentioned what it feels like 10 million years ago, the Smash series takes a lot from Kirby Superstar. From how you perform attacks, to having multiple jumps, to the shield looking very similar to the mirror. Well, Subspace works as a standard platformer with Smash mechanics, basically Superstar 2. Other aspects that are similar are things like cannons, minecarts, a lot of doors, things like that. Point being, the existence of Subspace is a big Superstar reference, but that is not what Kirby fans complain about. What they complain about is their portrayal as characters. Aside from being a pretty beefy platformer, Subspace also contains a story. It's not the most complex Final Fantasy type story, seeing how no character talks, but it's a good enough motivation for all these characters to interact with each other. And for the 3 Kirby fighters, they all have huge parts to the plot. The main boy Kirby gets the biggest role. After a friendly match against Mario, the Subspace army attacks the arena, launching Mario to the sky, capturing the princesses, and it's up to Kirby to save them. But for some reason, Kirby only gets to save one of them, with the other one being captured by a warrior. And 1 minute in, I'm already complaining. When has Kirby shown this amount of sloppiness, letting the other princess get hit, especially with how slow the gun shoots? But to give him credit, he does notice the giant bomb, escapes from it, and immediately goes for the harbor, knowing that the other princess is probably there. He fails, even though he already destroyed the harbor before, but okay, and lands on a grassland. He then immediately abandons the one princess he saved, and guess what? They immediately get turned into trophies by Bowser. Are you telling me that Kirby, knowing how the bad guys wanted to capture the princesses, just left them there? And then, Kirby comes across Dedede with some trophies and destroys the car, only saving Mario and Pete or Link and Yoshi, depending on what you choose. Then either Link or Pete destroys the car, and then the gang goes to where Dedede crashed. Okay, why is Kirby attacking Dedede when they are already friends as showcased in this later scene? Why does Dedede not say that he wants to protect him? Why are they running on foot when Kirby has a supersonic speed warp star? And let's talk about Dedede now. That first cutscene with Luigi is very funny, but Dedede as a whole is just redoing his arc from Kirby's adventure. It's never specified when these characters are from, but even then this feels like a huge step back from his character. I know it was before Superstar Ultra, but even 2008, Dedede was well established as a friendly rival. And speaking of which, our next cutscene is Dedede giving a medal to the 3 trophies. Now explain where he got that? So don't ask. Yes, this is the easy writing, just ignore it. And just after that, he gets Dedede destroyed by Bowser and his minions. Where are the 1 million royalties that attack Luigi? Never explain? Okay. The low tier squad then follows Bowser but fails to stop him, only getting the medal out of the princess. Something only Kirby notices, and then it's off screen, I guess. And that's the last time we see this group in action for a while, so let's move to the final Kirby character, Meta Knight. After Matt tries to defend his castle, he comes across Meta Knight. We don't know how he lost the halberd or how he got there, but whatever. They fight a little but put their defenses aside to fight the Subspace army. Then Ike joins them and the 3 swordsmen go to the wasteland. They fight a boss and then Meta Knight comes with the clutch save. After some while, they see the Great Fox and Halberd fight, and then Meta Knight decides to abandon his friends and climbs the mountain. And okay, I'm actually going to defend Brawl here. It may look like Meta Knight is just a dick that only cares for himself, but think of the situation. Meta Knight knows how strong Matt and Ike are, and he knows that these 2 kids are also pretty good. He probably is thinking that they will be safe together, and after seeing this battle of ships, Meta Knight recognizes a weak point and seeing how she's the only one that can fly, immediately acts. And look at that, mission complete. He got to the halberd, made some new allies, saves the princesses, gets control of the ship, and then he unites all the fighters together in his ship, and they all enter the subspace. Meta Knight is that guy! He gets done like no other character. I don't care about the, oh, he's too edgy, he's too mean. Nah, shut up. Meta Knight is the GOAT and everyone knows it. Okay, now moving on to more complaining. Everyone gets one shot by Taboo and oh, bullshit alert! Oh, bullshit alert! Thanks to Dedede's mic medals that just so happens to activate right after Taboo's attack, Luigi, Ness and Dedede are back. And thanks to them and Kirby, remember the medal he ate, everyone is back. But not before getting some amazing cutscenes, including the rawest moment in the game. Let it know, King. We get to the final boss. Sonic shows up at the last second because he's the best character ever and not because he was added very late to the game, and credits roll. I know this last section was very negative, but trust me when I say that I actually like Subspace Emissary. It's just that from a story perspective and from a Kirby perspective, he can get really stupid really fast. But now, finally, for real, there's nothing more worth talking about. So going back to the question from the beginning, is Kirby misrepresented in Smash? No! F***ing no! There's so much Kirby content in this game, it's insane. And while there are only 3 characters, there is much more than just characters. But that is a misconception from the wider gaming community and not exclusive to Kirby. Now, is Sakurai biased toward his games instead of focusing on the more interesting modern titles, leading to some misrepresentation? Absolutely! I knew he was biased before, but after this video, it's very clear. Actually, let's see the counter. Pretty big number, huh? Well, what would happen to the counter if we only consider the modern elements that affect gameplay? Well, let's see. 4. The Ultra Sword from Kirby's Final Smash, Dedede Rush from Dedede's Final Smash, Meta Knight's Drill Rush, and maybe the apples from Green Greens. Everything else is trophies, stickers, spirits, and music. Nothing substantial that represents the modern incarnation of Kirby. But at the same time, I don't want to spread the misinformation that Sakurai hates modern Kirby, or that he hates HAL, and that's why he left. Sakurai has taken pictures with Kumasaki, he's been to the Kirby Cafe, he congratulated HAL on the Last Unforgotten Land, and recently he had a meeting with HAL where he comments that the bond between him and the HAL team is still pretty close. Even though he clearly has a preference for his work, he can still appreciate the work his former company is doing with his little pink boy, and honestly, I can't blame him. Sakurai made Kirby, and when you create something, you have an emotional attachment to your creation. It can be a game, a drawing, a video, anything, but if it was made by you, That's a feeling no one else can understand, and at the end of the day, Masahiro Sakurai just wants to do what we all want, to do justice and represent this wonderful, wonderful franchise that is Kirby. But that's what I think. Let me know down below in the comments what do you guys think. I know this is a very spicy topic in the community, and I hope I gave you guys all the tools necessary for you to come to your own conclusions. And when you do, post them in the comments. I love reading every single one of your comments no matter how long they are. That's all from me, and I'll see you on the next try. Hey, thanks for staying until the end. I know this video is already long enough, but I'll make this quick, I'll promise. First, I want to say that this has been my most ambitious project ever made, and I hope you guys liked it. And for my next projects, I already have them selected. The first being my Sonic Origins review, and actually I'm going to stream the game on June 23rd and 24th, so I hope you guys can enjoy it live with me. I have a stupid amount of knowledge about those games, so I think it will be pretty fun to experience them again with you guys. And speaking of streams, where are the stream bots? Well, since I want to keep the channel looking clean and because YouTube destroys your algorithm when you have streams in your channel, I moved most of my streams to a playlist simply called Streams for all of you to enjoy. I even had a guest in one of them.
It's Pat's players.
Sonic Quest, let's go! But most of that stuff is Sonic related. For my Kirby viewers, I do have one massive project in the works, and finally confirming that after the Sonic Origins review, I will work on my definitive Kirby and the Forgotten Lab in-depth review, which will probably destroy the runtime of this video, so stay tuned for that. Well, I've talked long enough, so bye!